Hey everyone! Okay, so next tutorial, and it's actually another one for the installment of the 7 Deadly Sins. This is the third one, and I'm doing the sin of Sloth. A lot of you are probably looking at this look and trying to figure out what exactly this look has to do with Sloth. And in the first tutorial for Wrath, one of the things I mentioned is I'm going to be doing things a little different. I won't be doing everything what's expected, and so this is pretty much that right there. For the sin of Sloth, it's pretty much being lazy, not utilizing like your full potential on things and stuff like that. But the punishment for that one is being thrown in a pit of snakes. So, since I'm not doing the expected for every one of these looks and switching it up a bit, that's what I did for this one, and I actually took the punishment as my inspiration. So as you can see with like the scaly texture and then like the frosty chrome green and stuff like that. Also, I have to mention, I have a website now. It's petrilude.com. Right here it says it too, so if you don't know how to spell it, it's the same as my username. There's also a link over in the video description over there. But from now on, every tutorial that I do on the website, I'll actually post pictures of the look as well as a full list of all the products that I use, just in case you don't hear something that I say, or if you were wondering what I use for my contour, if I don't show it on camera, stuff like that. So make sure you check out the website after you watch the tutorial. And with all that said, let's just go ahead and get it started. Okay, so step one involves this little contraption right here, which is just cardboard and fishnet. If you want to know pretty much the why or how I use this, then stick around to the end of the video because I explain this and why it comes in handy. But with that, I'm going to take my black Krylon aqua color, and I'm actually using a sponge with that, and this is just a regular round sponge. I cut in half and then I fold it in half so it's easier to hold, and that way I don't get any product all over my hands. So I'm gonna get a little moisture on the aqua color because it is water activated. I'm gonna take my sponge and swish it around on there. Then, now that I have that done, I can take my nifty little contraption right here and place it wherever I'm gonna want it. And the reason I'm using this, again, I'm gonna explain at the end of the video, so if you wanna know, then go ahead and check that out. But I'm gonna place it pretty much where I want the majority of my color, which is gonna be on the start of my eyebrow, and then it's gonna go at an angle this way. And you can see when I press it on my skin, that way I can make sure it's not gonna move at all. So now I can just take the sponge and then go ahead and press the color on. Once you're done pressing, you can just take it, grab this upper corner or the bottom corner, any corner, and you just lift away, and you can see you have a very nice defined pattern without any bleeding. So now what you can do next, since it's only in this certain area, and as you can see on this side, I need it to come back farther, all you have to do is just line up some of the pattern, and it's not going to be a perfect match, but it'll be close enough so you can just go in and add more. So now I have the pattern how I want it. Now I'm going to take, and yes, I realize I say I'm going to a lot of my videos. People don't have to keep reminding me. So now I'm going to take the black Krylon aqua color again. This time I'm just using a foundation brush, and I'm gonna paint my whole eyelid, my whole crease, and where a brow highlight would go with the black. Now I have that going on, and on this side I have a little slashes, so I'm just going to take the same brush since it's flat, and I'm just going to draw some lines in towards my nose. And then I'm going to do the same for the outer edge, but these are really going to be extended far out. Now I have that, and you can see since I shaved the sides of my head, I just decided to take it way far back, only because I have the extra space right there. So now that that's on, I'm going to take black pigment, which is pretty much the same as carbon eyeshadow, it's just in a loose pigment form. And I'm just gonna set all of this black in the bigger area with that. So just gonna press it down to set it. Okay, and I forgot to mention too, when you're doing the top part with the black, go ahead and do underneath on the bottom too, and you can do some fishnet down there if you want to. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna do that. I'll just do it all off camera because it's nothing that important. We already did it up there. So do the bottom part. Now that I have the bottom pretty much how I want it, you'll notice I did little areas right here, kind of like the areas that would be dark if you have bags under your eyes or dark circles. It's kind of just like a little scoop underneath the eye. So I just did a little bit of that. I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but yeah, there you go, you can see it. Just little scoops in there. You could skip this step, you don't have to do it. Just like any other step I'm doing, you don't have to do it. It's your own look, make it how you want. And then of course I'm gonna line my waterline with black eyeliner. Okay, so bottom's done, top area is pretty much done. Taking a fluffy brush, little black pigment, and then down here, right above my brow, I'm just gonna brush a little bit of the color back and forth in that fishnet pattern to make it so the pattern is solid black and then fades into the pattern, so it's not just like black line scales. So I'm just gonna press it right at the black, and then as I lift up, I'm just gonna start using a lighter hand, and you can go this way, you can do anything, just so it gives it more of a nice gradient fade from solid color out into pattern. Okay, now that I have everything blended how I want it and stuff like that, I'm going to take silver Kryolan loose dust, and where's the brush that I used? I just used this one. Right here on this inner corner, I'm going to apply it right there, and you can see that's a very, very bright contrast. A little bit more on this side, so it really stands out with all this black. And then I'm going to take the emerald Kryolan loose dust, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it on the bottom right at the edge, and I'm going to extend it all the way over until the last outer third, and I'm going to do the same thing on the top. Just gonna apply it on the lid, and since I'm putting it on this black, it really, really pops. So it's like a bright, bright metallic emerald green. Just gonna go to the center of my lid this time, and I'm gonna put a little bit in the crease. Then I'm gonna take that same fluffy brush I used with the black pigment, and I'm just gonna blend the edges of everything, and then really focus on blending the outer edge of this so it fades from the black into the green. And then same thing on the crease, make sure the black fades down, and then make sure the black fades over. Okay, so I have the eye makeup how I want it. So the next thing I'm going to do is false lashes. I already started, and you can see the lashes are fairly long. There we go. And the lashes I'm using actually are these lashes right here. Ooh, from Amy. I got them on eBay, and I actually altered them a little bit. All I did was pull off the feathers that come attached, and then I coated the whole lash with black mascara, just one light coat, so it turns the green into solid black. Go ahead and do your false lashes. Okay, so I have the eyes all done, false lashes, everything. I just went in and did a little contouring on the cheeks. So now I'm gonna move to the lips. And for this, I'm actually going to use a lipstick that my good friend sent me. And it's jet lipstick. It's actually a gunmetal color. So it's a really, really awesome color. I'm putting a little bit of it on the back of my hand. So you can see it's a frost, but it's dark gray. So I'm gonna apply that all over the lips. Okay, and the lips are done. I have the lipstick all over. I actually overlined my top lip just to make it a little bit more full. And if you wanted to, you could always go in with like a black eyeshadow, eyeliner, anything like that, and really define the lips out with that and do some shading. So, like I said, I'm going to explain the whole purpose behind this thing. A lot of the times when you're using fishnet, if you're doing makeup on yourself, it's kind of hard to use your one hand to stretch out the fishnet, or if you put it over your head, then it's kind of hard to lift it without smudging the pattern. Excuse me. So if you just take a little piece of cardboard, cut out a square and cut out a square on the inside, you can stretch the fishnet over it, and you can stretch the fishnet as tight as you want it, as loose as you want it, and that way when you actually press it on the skin, it's not going to move anywhere, and then you can actually just peel it off. So it's like an extra set of hands, so it's just a nice nifty little trick, and maybe to help some of you guys out. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.